Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Let's talk trading. I received a reply on the YouTube video that I put out yesterday, and someone asked for confirmation. How do you know? Simple answer is something that I've been saying for a couple of decades in the online trading world, I believe, or close to it, and that's trade what you see. I had this chart up yesterday. We were talking about the previous midpoint and whether you want to trade toward it, through it, away from it. And really, in trading, you're always going to be trading either away from something or towards something. That's just the nature. We've got up and down. There is no sideways. That's one of those things I just really hate hearing it. But this is live right now. We're looking at the Euro Japan pair, and the question is confirmation. So we can see right here, it's tested this a few times. If you come up here, it's tested this level, a few times, right about there. And so, which way is it going? Is it going up or is it going down? What's the confirmation? Well, the thing is, as Anthony Robbins would say, if you ask a better question, you'll get a better answer. So my question is what's your trade trigger? If you have your trade trigger or your strategy or your trading plan, doesn't matter what you call it, if you have that, then what you need to do is follow it. And in a period of time, you'll see either the trade's going with you or it's going against you. That's the confirmation you need. And that's it. So right here, if you were looking for a reversal off this level, right now, what my eyes are telling me is that it's not reversing. It's breaking through. It's crossing over the previous H1 candle's low point. And if you look over here, you see all this red. It's below all the previous middles except for the daily. So at the moment, it appears as though price is moving down. That would be the confirmation. There's really not much more to it. Once again, trading is simple. People like to make it complicated, put all kind of squiggly lines on their charts, and you guys know how I feel about the squigglies. But it just really is. It's just that simple. Now, price is coming back up. Well, now it's going back down. You see, price is dynamic. So what you have to do is you set up your trade. You know what your risk is. You decide how much you're willing to lose on that trade to find out if you're correct or incorrect in picking the direction that price is going to go. Actually, you're picking two things. You're picking direction and you're picking distance. Because, we are in a two-dimensional platform here. Because what you're saying is, if price moves against me this amount of distance, pips, then I'm out of the trade. And on the other side, if price moves, with me or for me in this direction, after this many pips, I'm out of the trade. So, a lot of people talk about risk reward, R to R, you know, 2-to-1 risk reward. So if you have a 10 pip stop, you've got a 20 pip target, and that way over time you should come out ahead of the game. Other people, you know, they're happy with just a handful of pips, doing it, you know, 5 or 10 times a day, walking away with their 20, 50 or more pips off of their trades. You know, there's many ways to skin the cat, a million ways to make $1 million. So, you know, the point is confirmation. What are you looking for? And basically, you're just looking to see if the trade's moving in your direction. Now, if the question is more along the lines of, well, I've got a setup. Maybe you're doing a rat reversal. So, you know, rat reversal. We have a green candle closes, red candle closes. You go short at the low of that previous candle. So right here, had you taken that rat reversal at this level, oh, you would have made, what, 5 pips? And then you see it came back up. And once again, here's that rat reversal trigger. You could have taken that trade a second time and picked up another 5 pips, or you could still be in the trade. So what's the confirmation? Well, the setup is green candle closes, red candle closes, trigger is here. So if what you're saying is, well, price is here, but how do I know? Well, you don't know. Nobody knows. What you have to do is follow through with your trade. So for example, if this was your trigger, maybe you said, well, 1 pip above the high will be my stop, and you size it accordingly so your risk is the same. And then price came down here, and you go, okay, maybe I should exit, and you take the pips. Now, if you say, okay, well, if this is my exit, my stop, well, then my target's down here. That's a different story. That's up to you. Once again, it's your portfolio, it's your trade. You have to manage it the way you want to manage it. And as you all know, I take the 5 pips, or I would lock in somewhere before I let the trade turn against me, because you can always trade again unless you're busted. So we're 7 minutes since I started this video, and you can see that price is moving down. I mean, confirmations, well, let's see. It opened below the previous midpoint. Right here is your open. There's your previous midpoint. So that's pretty much telling me it should I should look for a south trade. It's you know, it's tested this level here, 1, 2. This was the 3rd tap. A lot of times you'll get that breakthrough on the 3rd tap. That could be a confirmation, you know, or 2 things to use for a confirmation, because maybe what the question really is not how do I have confirmation or what to look for confirmation, but it's actually you want the confidence to pull the trigger. How do you get confident? Well, you have a success. And so the more confidence, the more success. The more success, the more confidence. You know, if you don't have success after a few times, you're not going to be confident. You're going to be hesitant. That's just the way it is. But once you have a trigger that is proven profitable, you have to realize you're going to have streaks. You're going to have hot streaks. You're going to have cold streaks. You're just going to have, and most of the time, you're just going to have average results. So what you don't want to do is, when you see you're having a cold streak, is just to abandon your system and go searching for something else. That's the wrong thing to do. I'm not the only one that says that. So maybe you look at one of my multimeters and you see all this red. You go, you know what? This is all red. I mean, look at these opens, all but one. We're opening below. Well, now all but 2, because on this M1 it's reversing here. So you might say, okay, I had the rat reversal in my favor. I had the previous midpoint open, open versus previous midpoint in my favor. I had 3 taps if we just jumped in this trade live when I opened the chart. And there you have it. See right here, minus 5 pips. So you would have been able to pick up 5 pips or so. So that's it. So I hope I answered your question about confirmation, even though I'm not sure if what you're really looking for is the confidence to pull the trigger. Maybe you can answer me, but I hope I've explained everything well. So, fellow traders, carry on with your trades, and as always, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne signing out to drain the banks.